Hi, I'm Ray. Today we're going to unbox and we're going to install the IRRIGATIA Solar Automatic Watering System. This is the SOL-C24 and 12 dripper extension kit. So let me show you what we're going to do. So the Solar Automatic Watering System uses rainwater for watering, and this C24L is a unique solar automatic watering system with intelligent drip control that runs off solar power and adjusts watering according to the weather. Simple installation for connection to water barrels. The system waters every 3 hours to keep the soil moist. Adapt your system for your own pots, hanging baskets, troughs, flower beds, vegetable gardens and greenhouses. Easy, logical and efficient. So we're going to set this up in the polytunnel. Time is getting short and we don't have a lot of time to come down to do lots of watering. So this is going to be wonderful. So let's unbox it and see what we've got inside. So this is the SOL-C24 and this is the large version, and this will do 24 drippers. There is an SOL-C12 and that will do 12. So let's have a look inside and see what we got. So we have a guide, we've got a note, we've got our automatic solar watering system instructions, we've got some tube, not sure how long's there, we've got a little bag of goodies, so we've got spikes, we've got the drippers, and we've got some teas. So let's have a look at the system itself. It's a lot smaller box than I expected. If we can get this open. There we go, 1, 2, and a sealed seal at the top. So this is our solar panelled system. It's a lot smaller than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be quite a big box, but it's actually quite small. So this is the solar panel. It's got our sticker that says remove film before use, and the old ones I've seen had a button. We've got a button, press button with a digital display on there. So that's a bit of an update from the older versions. So yeah, we've got our cable, so looking good. So let's have a look in the bag. So we've got a tray for the bits and pieces. In this box it's got the inlet filter which connects to the hose. We've got the stakes, we've got some teas, this is a measure for this is the anti-siphon device. We've got a syringe, we've got a couple of cable ties, and that's all the bits and pieces that we need to sort this out. So let's have a look at the instructions. So step 1 is to insert batteries. So I've just removed the back using the 5 screws and the batteries are already installed. We have a little switch, it says on, off, 1, 2, so both these are on, so we should be ready to go. So this is the polytunnel that we're going to be watering, and I've just added a bit of a plate for the irrigation system to go on. And we've got this big water barrel, we've cut the top off, and we've got a hole in the side that will be perfectly located. So I've taken some of this pipe and I've put it into the Irrigatia system. I should put it through the hole on the water pot. And this is where the filter is going to go. I've measured it, so it's about 10 centimetres from the bottom of the barrel. This is where the filter gets added onto the bottom. It just pushes on, and then it sits just below the water. So our filter is just not touching the bottom, but about 10 centimetres from the bottom. And then we add the sensor. We remove off the film, and that allows the sensor to be in the sunlight, and it's a lovely sunny day, so hopefully it should start getting some charge. So this is the water detector probes, and these go into the tank to stop it if the tank runs dry. So these go in to the tank and they go just above the filter. So I'm adding these through the hole, and they fit just above the filter, and I should try and attach this in some way, maybe a cable tie. Maybe that's why the cable ties are there. So the instructions, 10 centimetres from the bottom, and also has the sensors attached to the wire, and then we need the hose that comes out of the Irrigatia system, and then we can pull it through into the polytunnel. So we've used the cable tie to secure the sensors just above the filter, and that can be put into the water barrel. What we need now is some water. So we've just inserted the rest of the irrigation hose, and this is going to go into the polytunnel. So it needs to come down into the door and around and in the polytunnel. So I'm filling up the water bath on the outside, and we're going to bring the pipe, and the pipe is coming down the edge of the door. We need to hold this away. And it's going to come round into the polytunnel and around. So the hose which comes through the door, it's going to come round these trays, and it's going to come round the front of this tomato plant. So once the water has got to the right level in the barrel, we can press the red button and this will turn it on. Keeping it pressed, comes up with number 2 and it's got 80 flashing. Anything? You can hear it's working. There we go. And we've got water. It took a while. It's got all 15 metres to come through. So that's good. Current settings number 3. But we have some water. So the hose now comes out of the barrel. Now the hose comes from the pump. The hose now comes from the pump. It comes down into the polytunnel. It's going to go round with a splitter and a soaker in each of the pots. They're going round. And each of these pots have a soaker, and then the pipe is also going round to the tomatoes, and it's going to go in 1, 2, we could put a dripper in for the marigolds, another dripper for the tomato there, goes around the back of this tomato, around here for this tomato, around here for the watermelon, around here for the melon, and then the remaining piece of hose will be used for a pumpkin on the end here. So this is where the dripper for the first tomato plant is going to go. So I'm just going to give this a splice with the scissors. And then we've got our T. And we stick this in one end, the other end, and the other end of the T. And then we've got a small length of hose that we put in the other end of the T, and this will be the end for the dripper. That's our dripper end, and that goes on the other end of the T, just like so. And we take our stake, we stick it in, and then we put the dripper, and there we go, it's dripping into the tomato plant, and we can continue around the rest of these tomato plants. And we do the same procedure all the way around, giving it a cut. having a tea. Tea in the end. Crossbet. Tripper. And then join it on to the end of the tea. And then a stake. And there we go. So now we've got all the drippers in place. Melon, watermelon, tomatoes. We haven't done the buckets at the end, but they will be done when we plant the more potatoes. So let's turn on the unit. Here we go. It's on, and as we go, drip and dripping, 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 and at the end. Yay! It works. So, thank you for watching, and I'm so delighted that it actually works. Crazy. You might not have to come to the polytunnel so much to give it water, as long as we get the sunshine and the rainwater be collected out there, so that would be wonderful. So really, really pleased, really pleased. So we first put it on the number 3, and it says to leave on number 3 for 24 hours. So we'll come back tomorrow and we'll check it out. So a few tweaks and we'll come back and see how this is working out. I'm setting 3 at the moment, so I'll see what this does and how long it lasts. So come back and join me and get an update when we grow some more things in the polytunnel. So thank you very much. Cheers.